right. How we doing, everybody? This video, I'm going to play a quick gameplay. I will be featuring J.J. Watt, Terry McLaurin, and an out-of-position tight end Taysom Hill card. So that is what we're going to be doing for this video. I hope you all enjoy. Alright, let's get it, baby. But it's all good because but anyways, you know, I'm not the best at this game. I'm pretty average, but I like to say I'm good. Like I can handle with the best of players. And, you know, I always start out slow usually, I feel like. So I just gotta pick up my pace. So let's get it. Pretty excited. That boy right there, I hope he go in. I need him to.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Got Terry returning kicks here.
Here's Stephen Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line.
It's pretty insane.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
One of my favorite plays that I like to run is a jet sweep play. Right to Terry McLaurin. Let's get it. Let's see how good he can deal with it.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
Oh, yeah.
And down he goes,
Terry,
but he takes it up to the 40.
Let's go.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack. They'll roll him out right. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A play fake. Now Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly. That leads to a play-action sack. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Now it's Watson being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Let's go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Clowney, baby.
Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Cunningham. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, he passed it out.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Got a man. It's Ross, complete.
Come on, John. Let's go, Ross. Let's go.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown. John Ross, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Go, baby.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there?
Let's go get him.
Off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
He's been beasting.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Flush to his right.
Now
it's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we are tied at 7.
I want to get Taysom Hill in.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Uh-oh, McLaurin.
And some space here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
There's a play that I like. Here it is.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. John Ross with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And his guys have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Let's try something. Let's try something.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
Ooh.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Open for maybe Odell here. Odell might get open in the end zone.
Cunningham to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is Cook with the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
All right, it looks like Cook is in one-on-one. If McLaurin can hold his box, Cook's got this.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option.
Yes, sir.
And he will take
sir.
this one in for a touchdown. From 13 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Forced out to his left. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he's going to go down again. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
I think he's going to try and throw it to X.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They go for it.
That was kind of pass interference. I think he's out of here. All right, well, that was fun. I'm going to play one more, though, because that's kind of boring to end on. Okay, I have a couple players sold at least, so that's good. Get that out of here. Okay. Oh my gosh, come on, I'm trying to hurry up. Okay, cool. Okay, I got 100 solo tackles, awesome. 300k coins, or 3k coins. Wish it was 300k. Okay. Alrighty, let's try and get a good one in here. Sorry, this is the best editing I can do for you guys. I'm not too good at it quite yet. I'm trying to learn though. If you guys just need to, you can just skip ahead through the videos. I don't mind. All right.
With Charles
There's my
Davis,
team.
as
I love
always,
seeing
I'm
that J.J.
Brandon
Watt
Gaudin.
card
And
first.
Charles,
That
you
looks
talk
so
about
cool.
storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two
95,
quarterbacks, certainly
great.
two of
He's
the best
got
in the business.
Lamar.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time
Alrighty.
without a
This one's gonna
top-flight
be a better
quarterback.
game, I
The
feel
way
like.
the game is
Sean
played,
Watson's a good
with all
quarterback,
the
man, but
responsibility he
Lamar's gonna be
has
annoying
and how
to
the game
stop.
flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
I think he's
Here's
also
Will
got
Lutz
Hollywood
ready to
Brown.
get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
We go. 45. Here we go. Let's bring it.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup
All right,
of
we're gonna do
7.
a stop
That's
there.
the 30 to the 32.
That's what this guy's been going to be doing.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, Leonard.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First
So
down,
fast, man. You really
Seahawks.
can't stop him.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right...
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
What? It just said he got hit, lost it, but it's still
2nd and
this guy's
5
fault.
after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jackson.
Dang it.
A gain there of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith, as he gets the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Jackson. Jones has it. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Got him, I think.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan.
As Sanders has it pumped free. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
See, I might send McLaurin defense.
Now Cunningham slings this deep for McLaurin. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
They couldn't get out there.
But instead, 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Oh, Dickerson.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Dickerson could get that block, but I was gone.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cunningham slings this deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 71 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
The conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light throw. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
A big play that time for the Seahawks. 48 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All on it.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Come on,
that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1 with 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those 2 teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in Week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-lib.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now a throw in the end zone. Ends up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
Had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. It's Hill, complete. And fighting down inside the 25.
Oh, yeah, look at Taysom fight,
about the 20-yard line.
Oh, Taysom.
That'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. Cunningham now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. What's good on the extra point?
I don't know if that
and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dime. Nice grab. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. They'll try and run it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, let's go. Time
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They run, Cook, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Yep. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the gun, Cunningham. Got a man open, it's Ross. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the gun on 3rd down, Cunningham. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point.
All right, let's see if we can skunk this dude.
And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He really tries to run Wildcat on 3rd and 22. Yep, you deserve to be skunked. Alright, we are going to end that video here, boys. I hope to catch you again in the next one.